First Contact. Ambassador Elian Reeves gazed through the viewport as his shuttle descended toward Nygzara. The planet's twin moons cast an ethereal glow across lavender oceans and silver-leafed forests. After 3 years of interstellar tension between Earth and the Nygzaran Empire, he carried the weight of humanity's future on his shoulders. "Final approach to the Crystal Palace, Ambassador," announced Captain Mei Lin, his security chief. "Remember the briefing. Minimal physical contact, no direct eye contact with royalty, and absolutely no personal comments." Elian nodded, straightening his formal blue jacket. 3 weeks of diplomatic training. I'm ready. The shuttle landed with a gentle hiss on a platform of iridescent stone. As the door slid open, Elian was struck by the sweet scent of alien blossoms that lined the path to the palace, a structure that seemed to have grown naturally from the planet itself, crystalline spires reaching toward the stars. A delegation approached, led by a tall figure draped in flowing silver robes. Elian's breath caught as the leader lowered her hood, revealing a face of delicate purple skin that seemed to shimmer in the light of the setting sun. Her eyes were large and luminous, the color of twilight, framed by intricate markings that extended from her temples. "Ambassador Reeves," she spoke, her voice melodious yet formal. "I am Princess Zariel, heir to the Nygzaran harmony. We welcome you to our world." Elian bowed precisely as instructed. "Your Highness, I bring greetings from Earth. We are honored by your hospitality." The princess gestured toward the palace. "Please, walk with me. The formal reception will begin at moonrise, but I thought a private conversation might ease the way." As they walked through gardens filled with plants that seemed to sing with gentle vibrations, Elian found himself relaxing. Princess Zariel asked thoughtful questions about Earth, showing genuine interest rather than the cold formality he'd expected. "Our worlds have much to learn from each other," she said, pausing beside a fountain that flowed upward into the air before cascading down in a spiral. A ray of fading sunlight caught her face, highlighting the delicate curve of her cheek, the wisdom in her eyes. Without thinking, Elian murmured, "You look beautiful in this light, Your Highness." The garden fell silent. Even the singing plants seemed to hold their breath. Captain Lin, walking several paces behind, made a strangled sound. Princess Zariel's expression shifted through surprise, consideration, then settled on intrigue. "Ambassador Reeves," the princess said softly, her voice betraying a hint of surprise and something else. "Curiosity? Are you offering a bond proposal?" "A what?" Elian asked, confusion evident on his face. An elderly advisor stepped forward, his expression stern. "On Nygzara, commenting on a royal's beauty is the first ritual statement of the ancient bonding ceremony. It is not done lightly." Zariel studied Elian's face, a slight smile playing at the corner of her lips. "Is that a human custom as well? Or have you just proposed marriage to me without realizing it, Ambassador?" Elian's diplomatic training hadn't prepared him for this. He opened his mouth, closed it, then opened it again. "I believe," Zariel continued, amusement dancing in her twilight eyes, "our cultural exchange has just become significantly more, well, interesting." Hidden dangers. The following weeks brought a delicate dance of diplomacy. By day, Elian and Zariel negotiated trade agreements and security pacts between their worlds. By night, they exchanged stories of their childhoods, beliefs, and dreams. "You never wanted to be princess?" Elian asked one evening as they walked through the royal observatory, stars swirling above them on the domed ceiling. "I wanted to be an explorer," Zariel admitted, her fingers tracing constellations in the air. "But duty isn't a choice for my bloodline. Our essence is bonded to Nygzara itself. I can feel the planet's rhythm in my veins." She turned to him. "What about you? Did you always wish to be a diplomat?" "I was a historian first,"
studying how civilizations connect, or fail to. When the first contact with Nyxara went poorly, I volunteered. A historian with a hero complex, she teased, her purple skin luminescent in the starlight. Elian laughed, but movement in the shadows caught his eye. Minister Thaxis, watching with narrow eyes before disappearing down a corridor. The minister wasn't our only concern. Reports arrived daily of skirmishes between Earth and Nyxaran ships along disputed territories. While Elian and Zariel built bridges, others seemed determined to burn them. The military council grows impatient, Captain Lin warned Elian in his quarters. They believe the Nyxarans are stalling while positioning their fleet. That's not what's happening, Elian insisted. Princess Zariel genuinely wants peace. Lin's expression softened. Be careful, Elian. Your feelings for her are becoming obvious. My feelings are irrelevant. This is about preventing war. Later that night, an encrypted message arrived from Earth Command. Negotiations failing. Prepare for extraction. Potential hostile action within 72 hours. Heart pounding, Elian slipped through the palace to Zuriel's private gardens. He found her beneath a canopy of bioluminescent vines, her expression troubled. Something's wrong, they said simultaneously, then shared a brief, tense smile. Your generals believe your people are using these talks to prepare for attack, Zariel said. And mine believe the same about yours, Elian replied, showing her the message. This makes no sense. We've made progress, real progress. A rustle of movement made them both turn. Minister Thaxis stood with 2 royal guards. This confirms your treachery, he said coldly, conspiring with the human while our fleet engages. We're trying to prevent a war, Zariel countered. A war that becomes inevitable when species mix, Thaxis spat. Your feelings for this human have blinded you to your duty. My duty is to protect Nyxara, Zariel's voice remained steady. Something is corrupting the council's decisions. Someone who gains power through conflict. Thaxis's expression shifted subtly. The council merely recognized the human threat before you did. Before the false evidence you manufactured? Elian asked. What did they offer you, Minister? Control of post-war reconstruction contracts? A position in the new government after the princess is deemed unfit to rule? A flush darkened his purple features. You understand nothing of our politics, human. But I do, Zariel's voice was ice. You've always resented serving a princess younger than your ambition. She stepped forward, regal authority emanating from her. Guards, Minister Thaxis is relieved of duty pending investigation for treason. The guards hesitated, weapons wavering between Zariel and Thaxis. She chooses a human over her people, Thaxis shouted. The bloodline is corrupted. I choose peace over pride, Zariel countered. I choose wisdom over war. She held Elian's gaze. And yes, I choose love over ancient prejudice. The word love hung in the air between them, a declaration more powerful than any diplomatic treaty. One by one, the guards lowered their weapons, stepping away from Thaxis. Nyxara recognizes truth in the blood, the lead guard said simply, bowing to his princess. Thaxis lunged for the console, desperate to stop them. Elian moved without thinking, intercepting him. They struggled briefly before Elian pinned the minister to the floor. Quickly, Elian called to Zariel. The fleets are in firing range. Her fingers flew over the console while Elian transmitted to Earth Command. Authorization Reeves Alpha 9. Stand down immediately. Diplomatic breakthrough imminent. Zariel broadcast simultaneously. This is Princess Zariel. All Nyxaran vessels, cease advance by royal decree. I repeat, cease all aggressive actions. For a breathless moment, nothing happened. Then, slowly, the Nyxaran ships began powering down weapons. The Earth fleet maintained position, but stopped their targeting sequences. They're standing down, Elian breathed. Zariel slumped against the console in relief. Their eyes met across the chamber, the tension of crisis giving way to something deeper, more personal. In 3 strides, Elian closed the distance between them, taking her hands in his. That word you used earlier, love, did you mean it? She replied, in my culture, we don't have words for things that aren't true. My heart recognizes yours, Elian Reeves, across stars and species and everything that should divide us. In the glow of the averted war, with two fleets bearing witness in the stars above, Ambassador Elian Reeves gently cupped the face of Princess Zariel and whispered, "Then I offer a genuine proposal this time," before their lips met in a kiss that defied worlds.
Stellar union broke over Nixara with unprecedented brilliance, as if the planet itself approved of the peace secured through the night. In the Crystal Palace's Grand Assembly, representatives from Earth and Nixara gathered to witness history, not just a peace treaty, but something far more revolutionary. The accusations against Minister Thaxis had been confirmed, announced High Counselor Vexai to the Assembly. Communications revealed a conspiracy with war profiteers from both worlds. They sought to trigger conflict for their own gain. Murmurs rippled through the crowd as Thaxis was led away in restraints, his once proud posture now bent with defeat. Elian stood tall beside Captain Lin and the Earth delegation, his diplomatic uniform exchanged for traditional Nixaran formal attire, a gesture of respect that earned approving nods from the alien dignitaries. The treaty before us today, Vexai continued, establishes not merely peace, but a true alliance between our civilizations. Trade corridors, cultural exchanges, mutual defense, the beginning of genuine friendship. As the formalities proceeded, Elian caught glimpses of Zariel across the chamber. She was resplendent in ceremonial regalia, her purple skin adorned with symbols of her lineage that shimmered like stars. Their eyes met briefly, a private universe of understanding passing between them. When the treaty was signed, applause echoed through the crystal walls. But everyone knew the true culmination was yet to come. "Before we conclude," Vexai announced, "Princess Zariel wishes to address the assembly." The crowd hushed as Zariel stepped forward, her presence commanding absolute attention. "For generations," she began, her melodious voice carrying to every corner, "Nixarans had believed our royal bloodline could only be united with our own kind, that our connection to this world would be diminished by outside influence." She paused, surveying the audience. "This belief nearly led us to war." She gestured for Elian to join her. As he crossed the chamber, whispers followed him like a wake. "Ambassador Reeves came to our world a stranger. He leaves as something else entirely. Our traditions teach that true bonds transcend circumstance, that souls recognize each other across lifetimes." She extended her hand, and Elian took it without hesitation. "I stand before you today not just as your princess, but as a woman who has found her soul's complement, not where tradition expected, but across the stars." Gasps and murmurs rippled through the assembly. "The royal bloodline has chosen," Zariel declared firmly. "I ask my people to honor this choice, as Ambassador Elian Reeves has honored our ways by learning them, respecting them, and by saving us from a war that would have devastated both our worlds." For a moment, silence reigned. Then, from the Nixaran side, High Counselor Vexai arose. "The ancient texts speak of a time when our people would find kindred spirits among the stars. Perhaps we have been too literal in our interpretation. If the princess's heart is chosen, and if this union strengthens both our worlds, then who are we to deny what the cosmos has aligned?" One by one, the council members stood in affirmation, followed by the Earth delegation. Captain Lin was the last to rise, a smile finally breaking through her professional demeanor as she nodded to Elian with pride. "The bonding ceremony will honor both our traditions," Zariel announced, joy finally breaking through her formal facade. "A union not just of two people, but of two civilizations." Later, as twilight painted Nixara skies in hues that matched Zariel's eyes, Elian found her in their garden, the same place where an accidental compliment had changed the course of worlds. "Are you having second thoughts?" he asked, noticing her contemplative expression. Zariel smiled, reaching for his hand. "No, but I am thinking about destiny. For years I resented being bound to duty, never imagining duty would lead me to freedom and to you. From historian to ambassador to the first human bonded with a Nixaran princess? Not the future I imagined either. What's the Earth saying? Life is what happens while you're making other plans?" Elian laughed. Something like that. Above them, the twin moons rose in perfect alignment, an occurrence that happened only once a century, according to Nixaran astrologers, a fortuitous sign for new beginnings. "Tomorrow, we make history," Zariel said, leaning her head against his shoulder. "Tonight, we're just us," Elian replied, drawing her closer. In the garden where their journey began, surrounded by singing flowers and beneath alien stars, a human man and a Nixaran princess embraced their impossible love, a love that would soon forge a bridge between worlds, proving that even across the vast expanse of space and difference, hearts could find their way home to each other. As the ceremonial chimes rang across the Crystal Palace, announcing the imminent bonding ritual, Elian whispered against Zariel's temple, "You look beautiful in this light, Your Highness." This time, when she asked if that was a proposal, they both knew the answer.